Hello, everyone. Hello, Wendy, who's watching already. How is everyone? My name is Alisa Tilsner. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I go live every Thursday morning to bring you a live crafting, card making and crafting session. I actually went live last night, and Wendy would have seen me. So yes, I am wearing the same jumper I wore last night. Whatever. It's just one of those things I do. Sometimes I wear the same clothes. So I was going to play with the Gift of Giving stamp set today. This is the card that I made last night. So you can go and check that out if you want to see how Pip and I, Pip Todman from the UK and I went live together last night, and we both used the same stamp set. So I used the 2U image, and Pip used the Santa Claus one. So you can go and check that out. We did that live last night. But after we did our live last night, I spotted this. Sometimes I like to do challenges. And I spotted this particular challenge last night on the Colour Inspiration group. They do a colour combo challenge quite often. Well, that actually all the time. So that is their whole theme, is colour combos. This one, I think they've got a 3-week thing to get your cards in. Anyway, so I spotted this and I was like, oh, something came to my head automatically. So unfortunately, I'm not going to use the Gift of Giving tonight. I'm going to play with that instead. So I hope you guys don't mind. And I have done a few little things ahead of time as well, but I'm going to show you how I did them. So let me get this switched around for starters and get myself organized. Oops. And see, this is why you do things first, because that camera there has just flopped. My collar on my stand broke, and they haven't gotten in touch with me. I've sent them emails and they still haven't gotten in touch with me to see if there's a spare part. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is, this image came into my head as soon as I saw that little graphic, and I wanted to create something similar. I sort of want to take the cake as inspiration, as well as the actual color challenge. So I'm going to use the paper Florist dies again today, so hopefully that's okay. Jump in and say hello if you are watching live, because I don't know whether the comments are working. I saw Wendy's comments beforehand, but I haven't seen anyone else's comments yet. So jump in, say hello. So I have prepared these in advance. I did them this morning. I've still got ink all over my fingers. So I'm going to show you how I did this, because it looks pretty messy, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to come up really nicely. So my greens and blues was Old Olive and Pretty Peacock. Hello. Maybe comments are just lagging. Hopefully not. Maybe. Oh, excellent. Good. Thank you for commenting. So now I know that they are working. And then these 3 colours are Pumpkin Pie, Calypso Coral, and Sweet Sorbet. And then I did another little play down the end here. I sort of wanted them to blend in a little bit more. So I am going to show you how I did that first. Now, this is on thick cardstock. I think this is just normal cardstock. Could be thick. I don't know. Sometimes I get them mixed up. But I didn't have any scraps of the thick left. So I'm going to do it on the light. So I've grabbed my colour. So you'll need your ink pad and a block. Hello, good. Now everyone's coming in. So I'm not creating with what I said I was going to create. Inspiration took over, and I might use a smaller block, because depending on what size block you use, you're going to get a little bit different, colour background swatching thing. So basically you dip your block straight into your ink pad. I think I've shown you this before. I can't remember. And then we spritz our block. Try not to spritz your paper. I just didn't want to do it on my carpet. And then you plonk that down and you sort of just swish it around a little bit. All right. And then you can lift it off and you get a little bit of a smoosh going on. Okay, where's my, and then we dip it into the next color and spray. And of course, depending on how much Oops, look at that, splatter everywhere. And then depending on how much water you've got on your block gives you different looks, and you can sort of overlap and smoosh them together, or you can keep them a little bit more separately. I'm just going to show you in case you wanted to use this for anything good. When I spritzed, I got all of that splatter going on, which means I probably got splatter going on all over on my table too. And then I did the third color, which is the Sweet Sorbet, and that's picked up a lot of ink. I'm just going to do this off camera, and hopefully I don't drip it on my carpet. Oh, think about that. Okay, and then you just squish that on there and slide that around as well. Now, the good thing is that if you end up with something like that, you just come back in and put your block on it and squish that out. And you can sort of slide that around and play around. So that's basically what I did. And then it looks pretty ugly there, got to admit. It doesn't look good, but I am going to die cut it. And once it's dry, it actually looks a whole lot different. So let me bring back my dry pieces. And of course you get ink everywhere. Clean up is easy though, like that. So that's just another variation of a smoosh that you can control a little bit more than just, like I could put ink on here, spritz it, and then, you know, push that into it. But this has given me a little bit more control of where things go. So once dry, you know, those colors change a fair bit and they settle and they sink into each other. So the more this area I used a little bit of water. This area I used a bit more water. So you can see how all the colors have sort of flown into each other and look pretty good. And then I think I did the same with my blue greens. So this end was a little bit more separated, and this end I put a little bit more water in and really smushed it in. So just gives you a little bit more control on what you're doing. So if you have come in a little bit on the later side, I'm just going to bring up that image again. Wait a minute, where is it? So this is my color, this is my inspiration. So I'm using the color combination for it, but I'm also going to use the actual image, the actual cake as my inspiration as well. So I have got, we're allowed to use neutrals as well. So I have picked out, let me get rid of that. I have picked out crumb cake as my base. If we had Sahara sand, I probably would do that. But Sahara sand did retire, didn't it? Oh, I could have used grey granite. That would have been interesting. Anyway, I'm using this one at the moment. I could change my mind. It might not happen like that. We will see. So, and then I've got out I'm using paper florist dies. I've got out my painted textures because I thought, that's a real good like frosting as well. Not just paint, but frosting. Let me get rid of some of this other stuff I've got beside me because I'm running out of room. And then I have got the Something Fancy dies, which I have not used yet. And this is what they are. So we've got nesting dies. You can use that as a tag if you wanted to. We've got some hexagonals. We've got, what's that? Looks like a little branch with some leaves on it and a little flower. Actually, little, oh, would that be a candle flame? Could you use that with this as a candle flame or something? Okay, takes different things. But I thought I would use this one here to be my cake. Okay, so bear with me. Hey, Kathy. So, and I'm actually, this is how it sits on my card. So it's not very full on my card. So I actually want it to be a bit longer. And then I thought I would have my flowers cascading down and around. Hey, Lisa. Okay, what do I need? So I'm going to actually cut 2 of them. And see how we go overlapping them. And I know that there will be a join, but I am going to cover the join as well. So we'll die cut this one. Oh, crack. Yes, so if you missed our live last night that Pip and I did together, you can catch the replay. that is available. Now, see, I'm not going to have enough room in my cardstock, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm not going to use the whole thing anyway. So, do you want to go through? Yep. Thank you. Hello, Brenton. Oh, crack. You heard that? Okay, so I am going to layer them together, and yes, I am going to get something happening like that. I actually want it to be nice and long, but it's okay. Okay. I can cut. Oh no, dropping things. This is where you can't see me on camera. Dropping things. Okay, so now I'm going to emboss that. So I do need my big machine for that one. So bear with me while I switch. I should have just got the big machine out and did it all together, right? Oh. Okay. I'll get this one out. Get my folder out. And I think I will stick them together like that, like double them up and stick them together and put them through and just see what I get, because if I do it individually, I've lost my top plate. If I do them individually, they might not sit like interlocked together. So we're just going to see how this goes. Okay, so now I've got my cake. So I'm going to sit that, I'm just going to pop that on my card just as an idea. I'm not sure that I'm going to stick with that crumb cake background. I don't know whether I'm going to enjoy that too much. We'll see as we get along. I might be able to sponge around, the edges of it, maybe. Oh, maybe I could sponge around the edges of it with white, maybe. We'll see. Keep that thought in mind for me. Remind me at the end. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that my paper Florist dies I can use the mini with. Rightio. So I am going to use this one here. See, I'm going to be able to pick. So, and I did quite a bit so that I could actually go through and pick out areas that I like from this. So over, oh, pebbled path is my background. Ooh, that might work out well too. Now I'm pretty sure that that fits. Yep, easy, too easy. I do like pebbled path. That's actually become a really nice colour. One of my favorites. So when you make these, do give yourself a lot more than what you think that you would use, because you know, you can grab bits that you know, areas that you really liked. So I'm just going to trim around that, and it is dry enough. I did this probably about 2 hours ago, so it has dried nicely. Hi Nicole from WA. So it's nice and well, what's that, about 8 o'clock, just after 8 o'clock for you, or are you 2.5 hours behind me? Or 3 hours behind me? All right, so I like to have my card, which you can't see, it's right in front of me. I like to have it there so that I can keep building up my card as I go. So how do I want to do these today? I want to do them a little bit differently than what I did the last time. I think I had 2 smalls and 2 bigs. So I sort of want to cascade these coming down. See, oh, I can't throw them away. I know that I should, because I'm not going to be able to get anything else out of it. So put it on the going out pile. And then I think I will have, I'll get this other spikier flower. Whoops. Oh, man. I always do that. I always rip my tape. And then things don't stick back properly. Who else does that? All right. Oh man, if I'd cut it a little bit better, you know what? I should have done them together. Then they would have gone in together. Anyway, that's okay. Maybe I'll pick from this area down here because that'll be quite different. So I'm just going to hack into that. And let's see what we get from here, because I can always switch these around and put the, you know, the darker on the lighter and the lighter on the darker. 8:45 in New York. Oh, Shaz. 1:45 a.m. You know what? That's just as bad. Wendy, is Wendy still on here? Wendy set her alarm last night to get at 4:30 a.m. to get up at 5 a.m. to watch Pip and I do our live. Crazy. I love you for it, but crazy. So, oh, okay. So this is not, I haven't played with this shape before. So this one's coming out a little bit different. I might have to make this a one flower. Let's make this a one flower. Oh, and we might just have to layer this one up a little bit differently because I like my flowers to be a little bit fuller than that. So we might do a little bit of layering on that. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'll stick it in there somewhere. Okay. Here's my card. Sorry. I've come closer to my thing and now I've got less space for you to have a look at it all. Okay, so now I want to start looking at my greens and I want to do, and I need centers, but I'm going to leave my centers for a minute. So I really like this leaf here. So I'll grab two of them and I'm just going to cut from down here because I like this area and I've got way too much green. So I did a huge amount knowing that I'd use more flowers than leaves, but that's okay. Because I really like how you wouldn't think that, like normally I would not put Old Olive and Pretty Peacock in the same card. I just, wouldn't. So Wendy, did you have a sleep during the day? Because it is now nighttime for you. Oh, isn't that pretty? I'm going to bring that one up closer to the screen. How pretty is that? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to stick a couple of them around and swing it around the other way so that they're not all the same. I used basic white for these, Lisa. So Wendy's lying in bed. It's been a long day. I know, and I'm sorry it's not what I advertised it was going to be, but when inspiration strikes, sometimes you just have to go with, what you think, don't you? So, and then I'm going to pop that down there. So I've got something like this going on. Absolutely loving it. Now, I do want to have a little bud thing going on as well. Shall I take more? Should I take more of the blue? Maybe I'll take it from here. Oh, I must have splotched in there too. Maybe I'll take it from there just so I've got a little bit more blue tonings going on. There we go. We'll cut that bit out. Which way did I have it? That way? Oh, that was close. I should have laid it on there a little bit more. I know these colors are gorgeous. Shaz has been away since 3 a.m. yesterday. What on earth are you doing? Or are you a shift worker? Night of Navy might make the pun. Ooh, yeah. I'm allowed to use, because I'm doing a color challenge, I can use neutrals, but I can't use like other colors, because I did actually think about a Lost Lagoon. I thought that might be pretty with the peacock, but I don't want to go against the rules. All right, so now I need my little buds. And oh, I know what I can put in the centers of those flowers. I'll put some more of that greeny blue. All right, let's just grab a piece down here. And I'll grab a bit so that it's got a bit of orange and a bit of the red. It's a huge amount of time. Okay, so a few little things as I am still die cutting, and I'll see if I can do them at, where did that come from? I'll see if I can do them at the same time. So let me go here. So, okay, so last night, as I mentioned, Pip and I went live last night, and we actually used stuff that we're going to use from our paper party. So paper party is like, it's a paper share, but it's on steroids. So you will just go in the paper share as normal, but you'll also get some card bases and some white cardstock for stamping. And you'll have an entire weekend in October where we are just going to provide you with lots of creativity. You can make the cards, some of the cards that we are making, because we're providing you with card bases as well. So that is available. That will be closing that at the end of, I think, actually I can't remember the date. I either put it at the end of August or I put it in like a couple of days before the catalogue goes live. I can't actually remember. But I will put the links up for that. And super, super exciting, if you love to colour, I have released my first colouring class. So this one is featured around the In the Moment stamp set. So if you want to boost your colouring a little bit more, so I've taken my first image there on the left is just basic colouring, and then I've stepped it up a little bit. So I give you hints and tips. There's about an hour and a half's worth of colouring. I've done each of the 3 images. So that is available at the moment too. So that's pretty exciting for me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pop some centers in, and I think I might actually do, what's on that page? I might just do the greeny centers. So what are these? What are these? Maybe I'll do these. I don't know what they are, but we'll do them anyway. Let's do greeny blue. Greeny blue. All right. I know I'm just hacking into bits of cardstock, but that's what you do, so that we can get lots of different variation in our. Actually, I'm not minding that background actually. Yay, Wendy! Have you checked? So Wendy's got the class. Have you looked at the videos, or are you waiting to sit down and do them all at once? Actually, that's pretty big. How about that? Does that look okay, or does that just look? Is that okay? That's far too big. All right, get rid of you. You, get rid of you. Oh, I could use them for something else. So I need, that'll be way too big for that one. I'll do another one for that one. Maybe I'll pinch a bit of green, a bit more green. I know that this is lots of die cutting, and I'm sorry if I'm boring you to tears. But you can chat with me. Or each other, as what some of you are doing. All right, get rid of that one. Oh, there it is. We'll pop that up there. And now I need something for that little one. Maybe it'll have to be one of these little ones here. Just don't let me lose it. Don't let me lose it. And maybe I'll do a bit bluer, a bit on the bluer side for that one. I only need one of them. And then I reckon we can start our assembly. I should have thought about it. I could have die cut these all at the same time. Geez, I'm ninny sometimes. Ninny. Sometimes I don't think ahead enough. All right, is that going to be enough? Oh, I'll tell you what, fiddly. There we go. How about that? How about that? Alrighty. Okay, I think I'm done with my die cutting. Let's get them out of the way. This card might end up being a little bit longer than what I thought. All right, so loads of still leftovers that you can go and create more stuff with. All right, get them out of the way. Bring this in. These on the scrap pile. Oh, sometimes it breaks my heart because all that colour's just beautiful, but that's okay. This is what I need. Okie dokie. I am going to be brave and I'm going to use, what's this called? Liquid glue. I might put this down so I can wipe this off. Alrighty. Gonna be brave. We don't always get along. That's why I'm saying I'm being brave here, because the Tombow and I don't always get along well together. So I'm going to, I don't want them to be like right on top of each other, and I don't also want them to be, whoops, I just want them to be a little bit offset. So hopefully this will come together quickly. They are really pretty, and I do hope you have a play with it, because it's really fun. It's an easy way to colour, and you get like stick piggies. You just, you know, it comes out differently every single time, so no one card is going to be the same. Pick colours that you know will blend together nicely. So I don't know if you've looked at a colour wheel, but if you choose like colours, like a main colour, like if you wanted a blue, I actually can't remember. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. This will be a blast from the past for some of you. Who remembers this? It's in pretty bad condition. But say if you wanted to pick, well, we did sort of like the reddy coloured here. So we've gone for the reddy colour, which is the sweet sorbet, and then the orangey side. Actually, I don't know whether this is a true, I think it might just be, I don't know whether it's a true colour wheel. But who's got one of these? Who's got this? Has got all the old colours. Look, ballet blue, brocade blue, bordering blue. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so, but you know, then you go on either side. So you could pick an orangey colour, which is our pumpkin pie, and the pinky colour, which in this case is the Calypso, because it's an orangey pinky, see. So yeah, you still got yours. Mine is in really, really bad shape. Remember these? And then you would go, all right, well, I want Sage Shadow, and I could pick these 4 colours to go, these 3 colours to go with it. That's my complementary colour. So yeah, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? I found it the other day and I went, oh my goodness, you're not in very good condition, but I still have you. There's a lot of things that things like that I haven't gotten rid of. Distressing tools. I'm going to leave you for a bit because I don't actually know what to do, how to layer that one, but I don't want it. I definitely don't want it to be open and spiky. Oh my goodness, I can't pick you up. There we go. So I'm just going to put a dot on the back of each of these. I wonder if I can do all 3 at the same time, or whether I'm just playing with danger here. So just pop them behind. So stick, oh, you see, and that's why I said, was I going to be playing with danger? Yes, I'm playing with danger. Should have just done them. Anyway, I might need to put a little bit more glue on the back of that one. knew that was going to happen. Okay, so let me get back. Oh, yeah, Renee, they would be fantastic to have with new colours, wouldn't they? They'd be very, very helpful. So what else have I got? All right, so to go along with my, I should have said this one before, to go along with my, oh, sticking that to my finger, to go along with my class, well, it's not to go along with it, but it's sort of, you can come and share your colouring. I have opened up a new group, which is called Blends and Beyond. It's on Facebook, so come and join. Anyone can come and join. You just have to love colouring and want to share your colouring. If you want a little bit of feedback on your colouring, you can feel free to tag me and ask my opinion if you want it. You may not want my opinion, but if you do, feel free to tag me. I have given a few little hints and tips to some people in there, so I'm more than welcome to do that. And also, I have I also do a membership, a tutorial membership, so called the Creative Card Makers Club, and this is a sneak peek at some of the cards that we're going to have for September. So you'll have until the end of August to get signed up for that as well, and the video classes also come with that as well. So if you're a visual learner and you prefer videos, that is also available. So, and I'm just fiddling with this last one here, trying to figure out how to, because this one doesn't really want to, I don't like this one. I don't like this shape. I didn't want it to be directly across from each other, but oh, maybe that's okay. I was thinking maybe I would just use the 3, but that one's not so bad. It sort of goes around like a spiral then. I'll tell you what, my fingers are sticky. About that. That's not too bad. It's not really what I like, but anyway. And it's quite thick now because it's got 4 layers on it. Whoops. And now it's sticking to my finger. Anyway, that's okay. It'll be fine. I might need to get my pokey tool out because I've still got to stick this last little one on. And it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy. Okay, let's try and pick this guy up and pop you on. All right, I think I have got all my pieces. I'm going to set you aside. You've got a little bit of glue hanging out, but I'm going to set you aside. Okay, I think I've got all my little elements. They don't need anything done to them. They are super easy. Just need to stick these guys together. So let's put some adhesive at the top of that. Oh, did I do that on the wrong side? I did, didn't I? What a numbskull. Okay, on the back of you. And now I've probably done that on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. I think this one is pretty forgiving. All right, so I want to make it nice and long. So I will stick them. Oh, do you know what? But if you roll that off, you know what? Because I'm probably going, actually, it's okay. Just remind me not to stick it heavily on my desktop because then I won't be able to get it off. I was going to say you could use your embossing buddy to go over it and remove the tackiness if you want, but that's okay. I will sort something out with that. Okay, I'm going to stamp where I can find my, here we go. Actually, I have got this, I stamped this last night. It's on Poppy Parade and I didn't use it. Do you reckon that's close enough? Do you reckon I can get away with, that without having to redo it? I reckon I could. Nobody would know, surely. That's Poppy Parade, that's Sweet Sorbet. I reckon I can get away with it because then I don't have to spend time embossing another sentiment, right? Who's in agreement with me? Is it enough? Can I swing it? Might save me. Okay, I am actually going to, I think I will, I wonder if that was white. I don't know whether it was white. I did thought I had sponge dauber that had white on it. Looks fine, awesome. That'll save me a job. Perfect. I'm going to try white on this. Do you know what? I'm going to try and do white. I know there's some crazy people who are still awake. course you can. Excellent. No one will know it's that close. All right, let's try some white around the background of this, just lightly. Oh, just to tone that down. I mean, sometimes I don't often think about sponging with white. I might have to put a little label on this brush now saying, you've used this in white. Can you imagine going and trying to dip it into like Pretty Peacock or something after I've been dipping it in white? How's that? That just tones it down a wee bit. Ta-da! Little bit different. So, and this weekend, loads of leaders are heading to Las Vegas to go to the big Stampin' Up leaders event. I obviously am sitting here in my craft room. So, okay, so let's do our placement. I'm going to hide that join so that no one will ever know that I've used 2 die cuts. And then I will figure out my placements. And so it's like the cake with the cascading flowers going down it. Look at that. Let's hide that. We can pop this one out here and we'll tuck that one in there somewhere like that. Put a piece of coloured washi taper on. Oh, that's a good idea. Now I'll know. Yeah, I've set it aside. I didn't put it back in the container. I've set it aside and I do have washi tape, so I will pop that around. Still don't know whether I like that one. I don't know that. What do you think? Do I use that one or not? I don't know whether I actually like it. Because that could be my 3 elements. Instead of having 3 flowers, I've got 1, 2, and my buds there. I wonder if it's too plain or not. Do I need a 3rd? It's giving 70s vibes. Ooh. Just like that, maybe? Oh yes, vignetting. Is that what it's called? Is that how you pronounce it? Leave it off. Leave that one off. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know whether I 100% like it. So I quite like that. And then of course when we pop a few of our embellishments on there, which I've got to suss out too. I mean, I've got those bright green ones. They are Old Olive. I could put them. Aren't they pretty? I could put them on. We shall see. All right, let me do these first, and I'm going to stick this. Oh, see, don't need to stick it down; it's already stuck. Do need a 3rd. I wonder if there's a smaller flower, but I don't want to keep you guys going. Like if I cut, because I've got oodles of card, I can still cut another flower, but I just don't want to hold you guys up. Because let's have a look. I've got, or maybe I could just do one of them. Maybe I could just do that and pretend that that's a flower and not an insert, like not a flower center. Hey, I might have one of them back. 3rd leaf of a small flower. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try that. And I need a bit where it takes a bit of everything. How about there? All right. Let's see. Let's see. No, that looks stupid. Stupid. Oh, but what does? Oh, you twit. I won't be using this one now. What does that look like? Oh, oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. I'm making a mess. Make it. No. You know what? I'm thinking I should just chill out. Can't help it, can't help it, can't help it. I know I'm holding you up. Let's try. But you know, if you're not going to be happy with the card, you know you're not going to be happy with the card. And I really do like that green. I really do like the blue-green together. All right. If it doesn't work, it's just staying with the two. And that's it. Oops. I'm throwing stuff all over the place. Oh, and I just had a thought. I've got that one, and there's another one in here floating around somewhere. There you are. I found you. I found you. Right. Okay. All right. I'm going to pop you up on dimensionals. Let's get this card finished. We've been hanging around for too long. I'm going to toothpick. Now I'm rushing. Jeepers. All right. Let's get this happening. Third leaf or smaller flower. Yeah, I think I've, you know what would also be really pretty is to pop some Wink of Stella over the top of those flowers to give them a little bit of sparkle. So let's pop our happy birthday down, and then we'll pop these guys down, and then I've got this, pop that leaf in maybe instead. How's that? And this. Oh. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then I've pulled these in. Maybe I can pop some of them around, scatter them around, down around here as well. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So Deb, the smaller leaf. Megan says she's just popped in while she's having her break. We won't tell. All right, so I'm going to pop a dimensional on these big ones. And I'll remove them. I may have to cut them down a little bit because I'll need to be able to poke them right under. And let's get our placement. I think the hardest thing is getting the placement of your flowers done so that they overlap each other nicely, but you can still put things underneath and in them and around them and all of that. Okay, so please be nice, Tombo. Please be nice to me. I need to get some more of my two-way glue pen. And you know what? I think I'm going to use my tweezers because I don't trust myself. And I'm not going to put glue. I'm only going to put glue on the tips that are going under. Just so that I can have a little bit of movement going on as well. See, I can flick that up a little bit. I know that when you stick it in an envelope, it probably gets flat, but that's okay. So now I'm going to have to cut you, because otherwise you're not going to go all the way under. There we go. So again, I'm just going to pop the glue along that top bit. Don't need my tweezers for that one. Slide you under. And of course I've got glue all over my cake. All right, and same with you. Oh, actually, I might be able to slide you under without having to cut you. I'll probably get glue everywhere again. All right, pop you right in like so. Oh, like so, sticking to me. And then this one, our little buds. Okay, Wendy, thanks very much for joining me last night. See, I've had so many hours pass between me. I don't know how you're awake, to tell you the truth. But oh, I should have checked that before I glued. That's okay. So thank you very much, Wendy, for joining me last night, your early morning. Okay, so I've got that going on. And then I thought maybe with these little dots, I can just pop them around, or does that look stupid? Maybe I'll put them around here. Just to fill, no, that's not too bad, just to fill them in. I thought that this might come down over my happy birthday a switch more, but it hasn't. All right, I am going to use, you know what I should be using? This. Let's use this. And you know what, I'm going to put it on, I'm going to put my dot on here, because that would be really foolish of me to try and think that I could do it any other way. There we go. Now, I was going to do it again. I was going to try and put glue on the back of it. Nope, put glue on the card. And then this one, just to fill in some of those little white spaces. Make it really nice and tight up there. Okay, and now some bling. Do I need bling, or should I just paint with Wink of Stella and let Wink of Stella be my bling? And I actually think I need to open a new Wink of Stella. I'm just going to grab one. Yes, pokey tool, and I don't use the pokey tool enough. Oh, my door. Okay, I've got some, I forgot that I had all these. I've got a couple of these ones. Always bling. I know. And I've got these ones here, and I've got these ones are Old Olive, so I could use them, and the white ones are also on there. But I'm just going to open up a Wink of Stella. If you haven't seen Wink of Stella before, this one's one I've had sitting in my cupboard for a little while, so it's probably, I actually forgot that I had it there. You need to unscrew them first. Okay, and then there's this ring here, so you need to get rid of the ring, and then you can screw that back on. And then what I would do is get, I'm just going to use this will be scrap, and then you squeeze, and you can start to see that, I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, it's starting to come through. So just squeeze that through until it, whoops, is this gold? Maybe that's why it's been sitting in my cupboard. I don't think I had gold. Wink Stella brushes. I don't think it's gold. Oh no, it's just really sparkly. Have a look at that. It's just really, really sparkly. All right, so I'm going to put some Wink of Stella, maybe just on the centers, just to add a little bit of lift. And I can pop them on these guys. Bling and wink, and do need some bling. Hey, maybe I could put, maybe I could tie a bow. No, that probably wouldn't work. All right, let's have a look at that. I've got some, and because it's brand new, it's really nice and sparkly. That might be enough. You know what? I might come in. That might actually be enough. I'm going to come in. I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to do it off camera because I think I've splattered the Wink of Stella. Oh, now we're getting a bit fancy. I was going to say I'll do this off camera. I will come down. I'm obviously not going to use these, but I thought I might die cut some more of these little centers and just pop them around because I've only got one left. I might pop them around the sentiment a little bit more so they're like flowing, and then color them in Wink of Stella, and then that'll be it. That'll be my embellishment. But I don't want to keep you guys for too long because we've been going for nearly an hour already. But I do like the idea of splattering Wink of Stella. So to do that, because it is a really nice and juicy Wink of Stella as well, considering it's just been opened, I will get my, let me just do a little test. So I'm going to get my ink flowing because I will need to squeeze it, but I don't want it to drop. So I want to catch it before it drops. Whoop, there we go. Catch it before it drops. And then we want to flick with our lid. You guys come up with the best. Seriously, is that not the best suggestion? Oh, look, I don't know whether you can see all that sparkle. That is the best. The best. And now I'm going to go overboard. Don't go overboard, Alisa. All right, stop. Put it away. That is cool. I wish that you could see. There's a few bigger splatters there, but I really wish that you could. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that the best? Cool. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to call it quits there. I will go off camera because I don't want to hold you guys up. I will off camera. I will die cut a few more of these little ones, and I will just sprinkle them. I'll probably do another 3, and I'll pop them around the sentiment, and then I'll take a photo and you'll be able to see them afterwards. So very pretty, very happy with that. So definitely that little bit of sparkle has lifted that card, and I think having white around the edge instead of like I could have used crumb cake, but I think that's also lifted it up a little bit too. So there we go. And do I need to tell you anything else? Here was my color inspiration, and again, and I also took the image as inspiration. I might come back and fold some of those petals as well. So I'll have to wait for them to dry now, but I think I might fold up some of these petals a little bit too. Oops, I can't even see it. I've switched. Get rid of that. I was going to fold up some of these little petals and make them a little bit 3D-ish as well, but I'll wait for that Wink of Stella to dry. Okay, thank you very much for joining me once again. I know this one was a bit longer, and I know that I said I was going to play with this stamp, but I didn't. But you can catch the video for this one, and I am going to go and alter this one a little bit too. I sort of feel like my I want to add a little bit more to my colouring, so I want to just increase the depth in that. So I've already taken a photo of that, and then I will play with it, and then I will take another photo of it to show you the difference as well. So there we have it, and yay, I get to put my name down for another challenge. My last one, I don't think I've got my card near me. I think it's still in my computer room. I did the daisies from the stencils. Anyway, that was the color challenge that I did for them as well. So go and check them out. I've got Wink of Stella all over my desk now. Awesomeness. It'll be nice and sparkly. Thanks, Becky. Yes, go and watch the replay. This one, the other one, that one was from last night. So there's 2 videos up. I did that one with Pip. Pip used the Santa Claus stamp image. And that is that. So thank you very much. We'll see you next Thursday at the same time, and maybe I'll go back and play with the gift of giving next week. We'll see. So have a great weekend. If you're missing out on the leader event like I am, I'll be stalking Facebook over the weekend. My husband's away, so I'm even double mopey. So that's that. Okay, I'm waffling now. So I will catch you all later. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.